because they think they can take over our city. They call this a fascist takeover, but whose streets do these look like, Chuck? Whose streets do they look like? They look like our mother streets. The police. Okay. The police. The police. The police.
So you guys are actually protesting for crime. You have people that are born here in America, that are protesting against safer streets and are protesting for illegal migrants into this country, taking advantage of opportunities that otherwise would be for other people. You have people protesting for, because I want y'all to understand exactly what we're looking at, right? We're not looking at peaceful protests, number one. Whenever you see footage or whenever the United States of America actually does something good, we get crime down to zero. We eliminate all of the drug dealers and we eliminate all of the cokeheads and the drugs that's inside of your communities, or children are able to walk down the street safe and nobody is actually getting arrested for doing something that they wasn't supposed to do, and guns getting removed from your streets, and homicides stopping. And I didn't even realize it until I actually started digging into the statistics, and one of the most crime-ridden areas right outside of the White House. When people visit Washington, D.C., they don't see rose gardens and fun and joy and stuff like that prior to Trump stopping all of the crime that's inside of D.C. You actually seen homelessness and tent camps and people that were actually robbing, stealing, and killing. And the stores now don't have to worry about getting knocked over and robbed, and, graffiti is being cleaned up. So you're telling me that they are basically protesting for anarchy, for drug dealers. I know that they love to see the white apologists and black people come, as far as the criminals and the serial killers and the drug pushers. I know they love to see y'all coming, because honest to God, it's almost like y'all are on the wrong side of every single issue that takes place in popular culture, and you utilize your time for the most worst thing that can happen to the neighborhoods and the community. Good God. Aren't y'all tired? Aren't y'all tired of losing? Because that's the biggest thing. It's not as though the Trump administration has ever bent to the will of liberals or people with signs, beating on drums, running through the streets, getting themselves arrested in records. It's not like he's going to stop arresting people that came over into this country illegally. It's not like we're going to not win when it comes to making sure that we eliminate diversity, equity, and inclusion, and we need to make sure that men stay out of women's bathrooms and sports. It's not like, we're going to allow for you guys to topple the statues that tell the history of what happened in the United States of America. Not ignore it, but tell the history of what happened in the United States of America. But apparently we're supposed to, because if you look at this, you don't see black men out here, right? You don't see strong masculine people out here doing this. You see the liberal white people, white apologists, you see the anarchists, you see the chaotic black women, you see crazy, usually alphabet community black men. That is what you see happening inside of the streets, protesting for. So if Trump gave this back over to the people who was absolutely running it into the ground, you telling me it wouldn't end up like Baltimore? Because Baltimore, he said, is next, thank God. Oakland, and Trump even acknowledged it. He even said it. He knows what's happening in the streets. He was paying attention to the black women that were wearing Trump hats that were protesting on the behalf of the people. He knows what's happening in the streets of Chicago. He was paying attention to Shang Tsung over there in Oakland, running the city into the ground, and how these cities have been ran into the ground for decades on decades. And we finally have a level of peace where you can go outside, and not get robbed or catch a stray bullet or be panhandled by. And our homeless people are actually getting the help that they need. And you guys want to protest that?
So, President Trump has not even had control over Washington, D.C. for 30 days. And I have on my For You page video after video showing D.C., specifically Union Station, and how clean and safe it is. People don't understand how big of a deal it is, specifically for Union Station, because there is a bridge, whether it's the bypass, it's either 95, 395, or 495, where the homeless, as well as people who are abusing drugs, as well as the drug dealers, they just squat.
Set up camp, baby.
It's clean. It's all gone. This was also an underpass bridge where people would throw their wastes. So you would drive on the main road, and to the left and right of you is nothing but trash. It's all clean. People don't understand how big of a deal this is, because the Capitol is right there within like a 6 or 7 minute walk. And then also local residents, they did not like walking there, whether in the daytime or the evening. Some people would take taxis just to avoid any type of encounters. And people have been talking about cleaning this up for a decade. And you mean to tell me President Trump hasn't even had control for 30 days?
So, what we're basically experiencing here, ladies and gentlemen, is the people would rather there be chaos, drugs, and the worst in the community versus Trump being the one to clean it up. We've had Democrat after Democrat president, Democrat after Democrat mayor, Democrat after Democrat governor, Democrat after Democrat after Democrat after Democrat, promises made, promises unkept prior to Trump getting in office. And then he deploys the resources to be able to get this stuff cleaned up in literally days, and you guys are sitting here complaining about it. So you don't necessarily want what's best in your community. You just don't want Trump to do it. You don't want Trump to get the credit. You don't want him to get the accolades. He don't make any more money from it. He doesn't benefit any as a result of it. But he knows that, and he loves this country as much as you're supposed to love this country because you live here. You are a citizen of the United States of America. And so what we have basically is rebellion. It's the same thing that's happening inside of our households. It's the same thing that's happening inside of family court. It's the same thing that's happening culturally. It's the same agendas that's being pushed. Anything that is wrong, anything that is against God, anything that'll ruin your community, anything that sows seeds of chaos. You're telling me that people basically are advocating for this, and it's not better. Your Congress people, they are over there. House of Representatives, they out there. People are out there taking care of business and supposed to be advocating for the best of the community and the best thing, because it's not like they're pumping drugs into the community, they're removing it from the communities. It's not like he's pumping illegal migrants into the community, they're removing it from the community. So instead of letting our communities and our neighborhoods be roughshod over, especially in the capital of the United States of America, he said, listen, we got to clean it up. We got FIFA coming here. We got another Super Bowl. We got this. We got the Olympics coming to the United States of America. We need to start fixing up and deploying the resources that we're paying taxes for so that we can actually fix what is happening in our communities and our neighborhoods. And y'all are against it. Y'all are saying F him and F the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Homeland Security, FBI, ATF, everything. When it's finally being deployed for something that's useful for you, you reject it. Always don't give credit to the content creators where credit is due. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon link is in the description. Teach Hanley 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. This is a mess, bro.